want to bring in Jamil Jaffer tonight, the founder and executive director of the National Security Institute at George Mason University, and served as a White House lawyer focused on defense, diplomacy, and intel under President George W. Bush. Jamil, good to have you back here. So, the Taliban, has it corrected course and become professionals?
You know, Chance, I mean, no, in short answer. I mean, these are folks who have brutalized their population when they last were in power. Since they've come to power, their population has been the subject of harassment by the Taliban leadership, by the Haqqani networks. That's part of the Taliban leadership. Those who worked with the United States, worked alongside us during this long conflict. They are definitely more media savvy, Chance. They definitely know how to play it better on television. They know how to sort of play to the United States and play to our executive branch and the like and make them look like the better, softer, easier to deal with Taliban. But let's be clear, they are the same group that took power in the 90s and that allowed Osama bin Laden to live in their territory and plan the terrorist attacks of 9/11 almost 2 decades ago.
Some of them are the exact same people. Why are we saying that they're now professional and can be worked with?
Well, I think in a lot of ways we don't have a choice, Chance. We have allowed them to come to power. We executed an agreement with them to leave Afghanistan, a policy, by the way, that 3 presidents in a row, President Obama, President Trump, and President Biden have all had, right? President Trump made the deal with the Taliban. President Biden has now executed on it and removed all the American troops and closed our bases there, closed our embassy there. And so we don't have a choice but to deal with the very people that we allowed to come to power. We knew they would come to power. We may not have thought they would come to power this fast or the like, but here they are. They're in charge now. And so we don't have much of a choice to deal with them, particularly, Chance, because we left behind hundreds of Americans, green card holders, and citizens, and we left behind tens of thousands of our allies who fought and worked alongside us, who we made promises to. We left them behind. And so now we have no choice but to deal with them at some level in order to, affect our own interests out there, but also to get those Americans and our allies back safely, if that's even possible at this point.
There are 2 sides to this equation. They want our money, aid. We should be asking for what?
Well, a few things we should definitely be asking for. Number one, they need to clamp down on terrorism in a significant way, right? They've got to go after ISIS-K, but not just ISIS-K. They have to remove from authority in their own government the Haqqani network, a brutal and American-listed terrorist group, right? There are 2 members of the Haqqani network in senior leadership positions in the current Taliban government. Beyond that, they have to ensure that all Americans in the country who want to get out, American citizens, green card holders, are allowed to leave immediately, not tomorrow, not in a week from now, not in a month from now. Frankly, we should have gotten them out already. They're able to leave tomorrow. And on top of that, our Afghan allies, they have to be allowed to leave the country without being vetted. We will certify that they are allies of ours, and they need to be allowed to leave too. That is almost 20,000 plus people, Chance, and they are under threat of their lives every day. The fact that we haven't honored our commitment to them is a tragedy, and we need to make sure it doesn't become a bigger tragedy. These people aren't disappeared, which they almost certainly will be over the next weeks, months, and years if we don't act now.
If I'm understanding you correctly, that's the order of events. You give them to us, then you get access to legitimacy and money?
I think it has to be. If we do what we've done already, which is to give them the things they want, Americans out of Afghanistan, Bagram Air Base back, right? They were able to release all those prisoners at those prisons that we had, right? If we give them all the things they want, there are no chits to negotiate with. And so you wonder why we didn't get all the Americans out. You wonder why we didn't get our Afghan allies out. It's because by the time we got to that point, we made clear to them, we're leaving on a date certain. There will be no change to that date, right? And when we do, we'll just leave with what we have. And the Taliban said, great, take what you have, and what you don't have, you won't get. And that was it. And so now we have something else they want. They want legitimacy. They want a recognition. They want money from the international system. They have credits at the IMF and the World Bank that they need to take advantage of, right? We can hold those back and say, look, you have to make a certain commitments, and not just commitments, you have to follow through on them now. Because we've seen already the Taliban don't uphold their commitments. They've committed to allowing Americans to get out. They didn't. They harassed them at checkpoints, blocked them at every turn. And so we need to prevent that from happening. And the only way to do it is use the limited leverage we have now remaining.
Jamil Jaffer, thank you.
Thanks for having me.